Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are and what time it is where you're joining me from. This is Zoliswa Cheche on Speak It with Zoliswa. And if you are with me in the same time zone as where I am in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's lunchtime vibe. So I will say to you, good afternoon, good people. I trust that you're having a fantastic day. It's midweek, or is it? Run about midweek. And when you look back at how the week has started, how you have set your intentions, and looking towards the end of the week, are you in tune? Are you in line with the deadlines that you have set yourself? And I'm not only talking about deadlines along the lines of the job, but I'm talking about the deadlines that you set yourself when you look at the overall 360-degree view of your life, the different aspects of your life. If I may just make an example, your health goals. If you had told yourself that this week you're going to go to gym, whether gym is going to be a facility that is under a certain roof, or you're just going to do some form of exercises during this week for a certain number of minutes or hours, how far have you done? How have you managed the performance based on the goals that you had set yourself at the beginning of the week? And if we're talking about who you set out to mend relations with from a relationship point of view, how far have you gone? How have you loved yourself in the course of this week? Because this is a worthy, wealthy, willingness, wellness Wednesday. So it incorporates a whole lot of things. How have you spent your money in the course of this week? If you have set out to cut on some of the things that are unnecessary that you spend your money on, how have you done? Have you managed? Or how have you spoiled yourself so that you feel good about whatever it is that you want to feel good about? If you feel that you have some kind of a mini success, an achievement that you really want to celebrate, how have you done to make yourself feel good? How much time have you given yourself? Just time freedom. To spend time with yourself, reflect, so that you can have that energy, that strength replenished to work towards other responsibilities or other activities or commitments that you have set yourself for this week, as this is midweek. So how have you done in as far as that is concerned? Maybe you have assignments that are coming. You are somebody that is studying, be it on a full-time or part-time basis. How have you done if you had set yourself some time for this week that you want to finish anything? And of course, that goes for the question, have you set any intentions? Because it becomes easier to check where you are against something that is written or something that is in your mind. But when you have given yourself some kind of a target, then you will be willing and able to measure against the target that you have set yourself. So it's midweek. It's Willingness Wednesday. How far have you gone in terms of the assignments, the targets, or anything really that you had set out to do during this week? So this morning I came across an old Facebook post that I wrote the post on this day about 2011, so that's about 9 years ago. And it's saying something along the lines of, I think I've found my purpose. My purpose is to make people feel good about themselves. So I tried to recall as to what was happening on that day, and I remembered this in my previous life. Before I retired from corporate, I used to work in the people space, people management space, in the human resources space. And 9 years ago on this day, I was dealing with an investigation, trying to understand what led to an employee to conduct themselves in a certain way. And so I went back to the manager and I told the manager that, as a matter of fact, this person, the person had not met the targets, had not done what was expected of them. And so I said, this person is willing to do the work, but does not have the ability. The starting point is there. So the person could not be disciplined if they had the willingness and the behaviors were correct, but there was just something that was missing. In other words, the tools that were missing for them to carry their responsibilities. So that just got me thinking, bringing it to today, about the willingness that we have and how sufficient the willingness is. Now, there is something that is called a diary of being. There is a diary of tasks, a diary of doing, which means what are the things that I'm going to do between now and the end of the week, for example, as I was relaying with the examples I made in the different faculties of your life earlier on. But there is also something that is called the diary of being. And the diary of being says that you can adopt any a kind of, it's more like a value, I will call it a value for lack of a better word, but you can adopt the attitude that says that I am going to be calm, I am going to be at peace for this period, even without anything happening. I am going to be happy, so I am giving myself of how I'm going to show up even before I place myself in a situation. So what that means is that it doesn't matter what kind of triggers that come around to try and interfere with my sense of being that I have chosen at that particular time, but I will maintain the chosen sense, that, or the chosen state that I had set myself out to be. So the willingness is the starting point before you can actually get to the ability. So many times we say, I'm unable to do something, and that is, for that reason, I fold my eyes and my arms like this, and I don't try anything to advance different aspects of my life because I don't know how to. But the first question is, are you willing? Because willingness has got to do with a shift in your mindset. When you tell yourself that you are willing to do something, then the next question that you naturally pose to the universe is, what is the one step that I can then take which is going to help me to navigate towards that which I wish to go for, which I wish to do? And when that willingness has been communicated, you know where thoughts come from. We are told that there is wisdom that says that there are about 70,000 thoughts that cross our minds every day, an average. Some people have 60,000, some people have 80,000. The more mindful you are, the more you meditate, that busyness and that noise that is in your mind is narrowed down. You have fewer thoughts, but high quality thoughts that cross your mind. So ideas do not come from a celebrity. They do not come from somebody that is wealthy out there. They are coming from within you. Those are the ideas that were all of these thoughts, but they were not directed to anything because you did not ask the appropriate questions so as to send your thoughts to a space where they will give you the answers, bring together the answers that you are looking for. Hi, Asanda. So that is where the ideas come from. People will talk to you. People will do things that show that it can be done, and you're not going to shift, you're not going to change, you are not going to acquire the ability for as long as the willingness is not there. So people that have done things will show you, they will come and they will talk to you and they will take you step by step as to how things are supposed to be done, but those will not resonate with you because you do not have the willingness. So the question that I have for you today is, what is the willingness state that you have? What are you willing to do, or who are you willing to be today? It begins with you as the person that is a being, and then it goes to what you do, not the other way around. You don't do something and then become this being. You start by being authentically you, and by authentically I mean the person that you were created to come into this body and express, play this game called life for. Be and then do. And you might want to know, so what is the association between the story that I was telling about the post of 2011 that I came across? Because it was then that I realized the being that I am. And since then, I didn't take things seriously up until a few years later, maybe about 5 years later. That is when I then followed up by doing, which is acting out from the being. So the doing, which is the performance, comes from the willingness. It begins with the willingness. Who are you willing to be today? Or what are you willing to achieve today? I spoke about the average of 70,000 thoughts that cross your mind. Do you ever sit down, allow yourself time to be present, focus on the here and now so that you can solicit from those thoughts that are wandering about lackadaisically, those that are going to serve you and direct you to the path that you would like to navigate in life? Who are you willing to be? On Monday, 6 p.m., we continue with Mindset Monday, and we're going to be doing chapter 5 of this book entitled I Serve. Ooh, the camera quality is good today. So chapter 5 is entitled Early Days. We're going to be talking about early days, and this sort of connects to what I'm talking about right here, right now, because some of the reasons that make us hold on to I am unable and forget about I am willing have got to do with the experiences that we have gone through during our early days. I'm not going to go into detail about that one because you are going to be with me on Monday at 6 p.m. on the platforms that are here, and we are going to be interacting and talking. I would love to hear your own experiences. I would love to hear how these topics resonate with you. And I would also love to hear that you give yourself an opportunity to re-look into the experiences that you have come across in your life with the intention to evolve. See them as lessons. See what it is that you can take out of those so that you can become a bigger and better version of yourself. If you don't yet have your book, the book is available at takealot.com. It's 240 rands. It's available at takealot.com. If you're in South Africa, that's the place, but it does take a little bit of time to get to you because they have to print before a new batch before they bring them through to you. We have some books that are left, a limited number that is available at our premises. And we are making the book available at the same price of 240 rands, and we will carry the cost of having it couriered to you if you are in South Africa. And if you want to walk the path with somebody else, a buddy, a friend, or whoever, the book goes, so if you buy more than one book, the book will go for 200 rands each. So if you want to get two, it's 400 rands, and we will still carry the cost of having the book couriered through to you. Send me a private message and tell me that you would like the book. I get a lot of messages. So it's important that we get straight to the point. The high, it doesn't fast track you. It doesn't help you to overtake the others in terms of being attended to. So please do that for yourself. If you are outside of South Africa, Amazon.com has this paperback as well as a Kindle version, or Smashwords.com has an ebook version if that's your cup of tea. So be sure to join us. If you want to connect more to the topic that we'll be talking about, the book is going to enable you to do that. Chapter 5 is what we are going to be talking about on Monday, and we will be taking a chapter a week up until we get to the 10th week because the book contains 10 chapters. So I'm so looking forward to having you there. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to invite some people to join in as temporary co-hosts on that day. So if you are the kind of a person that wouldn't like to have your face seen without shaving or without makeup on, just get ready on that day in case there's something burning inside of you that you wish to share with others and you wish to connect. I will make the access to the broadcast available so that you can come and join me. It's going to be exciting, and I can't wait to have you there. So up until then, remember, it's midweek. You have set yourself intentions at the beginning of the week. It's a willingness Wednesday. For anything that you have not achieved right now, just shift your mindset towards being willing, and you will begin to see the ability and the qualities towards the ability unfolding. This is Zoliswa Cheche, your mindset advocate, who based on mindset. Looking forward to seeing you on Monday at 6 p.m. Goodbye.